Well, it really is January when we're getting a third XXx movie. XXx, The Return of Xander Cage, because that's what the world was crying out for in this 2017. We needed to know what happened to Xander Cage of the 2002 critically acclaimed XXx. Obviously, sarcasm right there, but yeah, who needed another XXx movie? I thought this franchise died 12 years ago with State of the Union, or as I like to call it, State of Your Movie Mate. But Vin Diesel was like, I'm Fast and Furious. I need something else to do between Frank and Fast and Furious movies. I'm gonna do XXx again because I didn't come back for the second one, which is my thing. I don't come back for the second movies in my franchise. That's a terrible Vin Diesel impression, but it's true. He doesn't come back for the second movies. It's a good thing he's only doing the voice of Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy, because if it was like a live action thing, like a motion capture thing, I don't think Vin Diesel would have come back for the second one. We need to get a new Groot. Baby Groot would be done by someone else. But yeah, the plot of this movie. A plot is a generous term to use when describing what happens in this movie. Basically, there's a box that just pulls satellites from the sky, and Vin Diesel's character, Xander Cage, has to come back and kick people and spout one-liners and mug to the camera and explosions and hot women who fawn over Vin Diesel like he's some sort of sex god, even though he looks like a potato in a fur coat. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, like, it's very it's trashy. That's the word I'd use. It's trashy. The plot is just so by the numbers, cliche. You've seen this 1,000 times before, and the plot is this thing was never going to have a great plot, but the plot is just so standard. You can tell where everything is going. It really doesn't make sense a lot of the time, and that's one of the lesser problems with the movie. My main problem with this movie was I could see what it wanted to be. It wanted to be trashy, but like good trashy, like, oh, it's ridiculous and whatnot, but it's a wink and a nod and everyone sort of knows it's ridiculous. They wanted it to be like a spy version of Fast and the Furious, which is odd because Fast and the Furious is basically becoming a spy version of Fast and the Furious with every film. It goes further and further away from what it originally was, which was Point Break with cars, and so forth, and so on and so forth. But the movie just takes itself way too seriously. It doesn't even sort of wink and nod to the camera. It doesn't say, oh, this is ridiculous or whatnot. It takes itself so seriously, and you can tell they really want to make this a franchise. They want to kickstart this as a franchise again. And it just takes away from the movie, because you can just sense the people behind this movie being like, oh, do you want to see these characters again? Do you want to see more of this? It feels like they're more focused on that than actually telling a decent story here. And the characters are just thin, like this, so like just cardboard thin. The only decent characters really are Ruby Rose's character, who's very underdeveloped, and Rory McCann, aka the Hound from Game of Thrones. His character I thought was awesome. I really don't like that his character was really just so underutilized. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like, there's one guy in here who's like, he's a DJ and that's his skill set. Like, what? Samuel L. Jackson does a scene with Neymar, tries to make Neymar a super spy. I'm not kidding you. That happened within the first 5 minutes. Toni Collette is in this movie. What is she doing here? And she doesn't want to be there. It looks like she came from the Bruce Willis school of not giving a fuck about the movie but wanting to get a paycheck. Like, she had no emotion. Like, I couldn't tell if it was just the way she was playing the character, or if she just was like, why? I came to the wrong set, okay? I was supposed to be in a different movie, but I stumbled onto this set by accident. You're paying me. I don't care about this movie. I'm not going to show any emotion. Like, she can tell every time you look at her face, it's like she wants to be elsewhere. It's like she's waiting for them to say cut so she can go off and do other things. She just doesn't care, and I don't blame her. This movie is ridiculous. I wouldn't mind it if they tried to go for like the 1990s type action movies like True Lies or The Rock, both movies I love, by the way, where it's ridiculous but it's fun and it's sort of campy and, self-aware in certain ways, and like it doesn't take itself too seriously. But while they try to go for 90s fun, all they get is just the obnoxious, flashy, loud, boring, cliche shite you used to get in the mid-2000s. This feels like a movie that was made in 2002 or 2003 or whatnot, and just it was thrown away in some dusty attic, and then someone found the roll of film that it was shot on, was like, oh, we made a third XXX movie, let's release it in 2017. This movie could have worked in 2006 when some of the shite they were on about in this movie was popular. The dialogue is some of the worst I've heard in years. Like, at one point a character literally goes, I'm not a soldier, I'm a baller. Someone actually wrote a script. Someone at a studio thought that was a good fucking line to go into an actual movie. What? Like, literally, oh my god. By the end of this movie, I was like, this dialogue makes Samuel L. Jackson look white. It's so bad. Like, sorry, but it does. It makes Samuel L. Jackson sound like a white guy trying to say this stuff. And I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know you could do that. But the people behind this movie made it happen. Oh my god, like, there's so many things that's not to like about this movie. Vin Diesel's character is just so obnoxious and not likable, and you don't really buy him. Like, he's not good. He doesn't work that well as an action star on his own. He's fine in the Fast and the Furious movies. He's playing to his strength there. But here, he's trying to be Schwarzenegger. He's trying to be this sort of sex symbol, and it doesn't work because he's not that good looking, by the way. He seems like a lovely guy. It's just here, he just seems like such an asshole and obnoxious and just grating, and he tries to deliver one-liners and they just fall flat. Like, these would be the shit Arnie could do, but Vin Diesel, no. So overall, I would say XXX, it's not worth your money. If you want to watch it on Netflix, sure, go ahead, but I wouldn't say go to the cinema and see it. It's just boring, it's predictable, it's obnoxious, it's loud, the characters are paper thin, the plot is all over the place, it makes no sense whatsoever. It's the worst kind of mid-2000s trashy action movie, and I'm going to give it 3 out of 10. That 3 comes from the fact that Donnie Yen's in it, which is always nice to see, even though his character could have been played by literally any other sort of Asian actor, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, whoever. Actually, no, Bruce Lee's dead. But, like Jet Li, he could have played it. He's in this movie, and his character is dreadful. I forgot Jet Li was even in the movie. He was just so badly used. Jet Li could have played this character. Jackie Chan could have played the character. Anyone could have. And then obviously Rory McCann and Ruby Rose were fine, but overall it's 3 out of 10. Don't see it. I really don't recommend it. It's bad. Like and subscribe for more macho movie goodness, and I'll see you soon.